Alright folks, welcome back. It's your buddy Møjø, and we are continuing with Dark Souls 3, New Game Plus 4, Part 2. I apologize, I had a little bit of a hitch in my stream here, and trying to figure out why it's not wanting to live stream, period, at the moment. So I wanted to have it live streaming straight to YouTube. Speaking a little bit of nonsense, but I promise you I'm currently streaming. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. I'm gonna light the bonfire here. As we've just finished our battle with Board in the last video with the help of Frank. Shout out again to Frank. Thanks for showing up, dude. Can't wait to see you show up again. We are at the foot of the high wall. We've attuned the spells, so now we're running with the Profane Flame, which goes with my Pyromancy. Tears of Denial, which prevents me from getting critically hit one time to death, and a Great Heal, which will help me restore the health. Okay, so let's get rolling. Switch shirt. Well, we'll keep that out. We'll keep the washing pull out for now. So for those of you watching today, I hope you're having a good day. It is a little bit before 8 o'clock in the morning. You're on that. Seems like it's going to turn out to be quite a warm day. But, you know, casual weather talk. This part of the level of Dark Souls is not too bad. When you first come in here, it's a little bit on the rougher side because you're not ready for the dogs that are coming out of that gate in front of us to the left. Here they come. They will come after these little bring completely We, on the other hand, show up fuck out here with your business. So, a little bit more of a challenge than I remember. Alright. Those guys are easy. There should be one or two behind this cage wagon here. Yep. Damn. Stamina is low environment. Let's try that. Fucking dog. There we go. A little bit of sloppy gameplay by me. Did have a good night's sleep, so I can't blame it on that. Moving right along. There is a fateful near here.
Please, grant me death. Undo my shackles. Oh. Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londo, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use.
Yeah, of course.
I am honored, truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yol of Londo, do solemnly swear myself to you.
Now, what's cool about Yol is Mr. Yol of Londor will grant us bonus levels for practically nothing. However, it does give you the Dark Sigil. At this level, if I took the Dark Sigil, in order to heal the Dark Sigil, it would take me several 100,000 souls to heal it for every Dark Sigil I get. Now, I don't recall completely what the Dark Sigil really does to affect the game. I think it just affects the storyline part of it for who you get to collect and have in your Firelight Shrine. However, I think this time we will get the Dark Sigil and level up easy. Simply because we will take the time to grind and get the souls and get rid of that sigil. I may even stream a video specifically just for grinding. I know those things are kind of boring and tacky for some people, but I enjoy this kind of things because it shows you the raw filming and the raw instinct of what work goes into RPG type games and what people do to try to just represent for the total as a whole. Wow, that completely is a mess. I might do a video like that. I haven't decided quite yet. Cool. Just two-hand that when I'm not swinging. Let's light this bonfire quick. This bonfire is labeled The Undead Settlement. This is the name of our video. As you can see, that made everything respawn. Go ahead and heal this character again. We're going to shut the gate because we don't want to listen to those guys going on. Come back to the conversation with me. One of the fun things about the Undead Settlement is one of my closest friends slash family members had show me one of the biggest tips very early on for taking out one of the fat guys that were about to approach here. And it was very nice to be able to bond with her. She's not very social, she's very introvert. Well, she was at the time. So to have her open up her mouth and give a huge opinion of that was pretty damn cool. Stand there, buddy. I'll bring the heat to you. Goodbye. And a death be upon you. Alright. As we were doing in the last video, we're running 7 Estus for healing purposes and 8 for magic since I am using more of my pyromancy. Normally I don't run that much Estus, Ashen Estus for the MP. Normally I run pyromancy, but since I'm trying to be a little more loyal to what I started out with when I started playing this game, my class was pyromancer. And trust me, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was definitely a challenge to an extent, but I like me some fire. Come on down. There you are. Damn it. Wow, that looks uncomfortable. Chiropractor. Alright, moving on. A lot of these items I don't really honestly need to pick up for any reason, but anyway. Now, here's what I was just speaking of. Well, let's handle this fool. Anyway. That is an item. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't mean to fall. Oh well. Anyway, from up there, because these guys were too strong for me at the time, I learned from up there you can shoot from bow and arrow and just completely start whooping ass. Now, had I done that beforehand or known beforehand, we would have been fine, but I didn't learn that technique. Combat kind of believed in me at one point. Shit. Magic. I'm gonna try to roast a lot of these guys so they're a little bit less of a problem. Not kidding. Here we go. Yeah, just stand there as I totally your friends. I used to have a huge problem with these guys before. Got a lot of them exploding barrels. See if we can sneak up on this fool. Now this guy here is a bit of a problem. This one very quickly. He is a bit uncomfortable. Let's drop an essence here. Run up on him and finish that off. There we go. He can give you a drop ratio of ropes and stuff. As you can tell from all the bloodstains around, people online even recently have died a lot around here. I think what we need to do is change some equipment quick. Hunter's ring, slightly boost accelerator. This is essential. This milk ring where you can obscure your rolling. That's why I turn invisible when I roll. It's wonderful, wonderful. Heal more souls. Damage absorption. Well, we don't need the souls one right now. Let me see if I can find it. Where is the... I believe it's like a feather footing thing. I just gotta see if I can find it here. Bear with me. Lowering equipment, load, increases attack. It's nice if you like the naked runs. I'm not a big fan. I haven't become that OP yet, or that skilled. Boost attacks as long as attacking persists. So that prompt for right eye is good. Left eye is good. Recover HP with each successful attack. Things I could probably run now. This is good too, silver ring, so when you fall you don't take as much damage. There we go. Slumbering Dragon Crest ring. Masks the sounds of its wearer. So we're going to be able to do this now. Backstab like that. Yes sir. Well, get up. Let's have a thought. One stab to your nuts, and you're gone. Alright. Scatter some items. That's this shard we don't have any use for. Wonder if I can drop it. If anybody is watching this video, either while I'm streaming or otherwise, and sees me at this point, wonder if you can drop the Estus shard for other people to pick up, like other players. If so, leave it in the comment section and let me know. I am unaware of that. Yeah, I knew that here. How about you not? Sir, your patronage of death is quite impressive and appreciated. Alright, let's take us a minute. Give it a little bit of Path to the Dragon. And I apologize for the slurps in advance. I am a big fiend for coffee. I do love me some good Java. No, I'm not one for Frappuccino. No, I'm not one for McDonald's coffee. I prefer things that have flavor and context. Though I will say that they do have a quite good strawberry banana smoothie. Not a huge fan of smoothies at the moment. It's not like a health nut or anything. My God, if you saw my stomach, you would know how much I enjoy food. Not an overweight guy, just junky. I love food. That's why I've been dubbed the Bob Ross of cooking in my household, because I have this knack and just feel for food and how much I care about it. I just put some love into it. Anyway, getting a little sidetracked here. If we backtrack to where I was, we cut down this person before we accidentally fell down here. When you pick up the item that they drop, that's called the Red's Bone. That we're going to need for our friend Grararab when we free him. Now we'll have to go back and free him at some point, but we're not going to do it currently right now. I'm going to wait for these fuckers to drop down. There you are. Should be two more. There's one. These are frisky, but they're no challenge for me. This one is more of a challenge and more annoying than anything. let's get our shield back out so that we can put it down and have our slow regeneration happen. As I revealed in the last video, the regeneration is 2 HP per second. Even if you have it on your back, that's a little lesser known fact in these games. If you have a regeneration type item and you put it in your left hand or your offhand, and depending if you're southpaw on it or not, southpaw means you fight left-handed mainly. Anyway, if you put it in your offhand, like my shield for example, I can have it out and it has the function, but you can also put it on your back and it will still give you the healing factor. That's why you see, switch, you see that little circle-ish looking thing at the very end of my health, or very end of my item bar there, my upgrades and everything, right below my stamina. It goes away when I switch off that weapon. But as you can see, it stays there and there. So my health will slowly bump, and to give you an idea, since I did show it in the last video, let's go to status. Watch my HP. Go over there for base power and it says HP. See? 2 ticks every second. It's a very slow heal, but when you're casually like walking around, running around and shit like that, it really is very, very helpful. Pop the Estus Flask. When I first played this game, I went forward and went down that way and started getting my ass handed to me. What I didn't realize is that there's a bridge over here to completely access and go this way, and it leads to another bonfire first. In fact, I completely overlooked this bonfire. Damn. This guy thinks he's cool. Yeah, cool enough for 1 slash. Full. But I didn't even realize this section was even over here until so we're gonna go ahead and busy on this way. I think there's 2 or 3 enemies over in this general vicinity. Yeah, there's this fucker right here. And that guy throwing freaking bullshit from the these spit gun kind of assholes. Let's check in here. We'll need to backtrack just a little bit to get into cover. And use my Tears of Denial, because that effect is worn off. What that does, again, is allows me to survive mortal blows that would KO me, knock me completely out of HP. And then, I'm able to proceed forward. No, don't do that. There we go. This son of a bitch. Alright, motherfucker. Yeah, out of here. Fuck out of here, son. Alright. Apologies for all the swearing, folks. I do have a little bit more of a sailor's mouth. Sailor tongue. The joke I talked about is if I was part of the Sailor Squad from Sailor Moon in the 90s, I'd be Sailor Mouth. My tongue is a little bit on the looser side with that, so I apologize, but this isn't exactly, this is a mature rated game, so if you're watching a mature rated game, you know, rated 17 or up anyway, as a parent, children, you should be thinking a little bit more about your life choices. I'm not saying what's wrong here is that, you know, parenting can be very difficult sometimes, so it's not necessarily anybody's fault. It's just, you know, man, if you're watching something like this, you have to be prepared for more adult-like topics and conversations and what have you. I don't know what this fool's doing completely, so we're going to take the time to do a great heal. Cut them through the roof. Nope, not this time, fool. The best part about the watching fool is the reach. The ability to just completely trash these fools. Now comes the fun part of remembering exactly where he is. That damn. Now we're gonna go down here. This one. You got a sword. Congratulations. You ain't shit, nigga. I'm sorry. Apologies for those turns. I've been watching a lot of the TV show Boondocks. lately from Cartoon Network, which is apparently is coming back next year. Which I'm pretty stoked for, so I apologize for that last comment. Not one for those turns. Typically. Okay. Not quite sure where I put myself, actually. This all looks vaguely familiar to me. Okay. Let's practice. Got a little bit more space. Oh, there we go. Back. Did he drop? Nope, no drop. There is something else over here. Large soul paladin, that'll be good. We'll dump that a bit. I believe I completely did a loop. Yes, I did. Okay, good. Good. Because then I can tell us where we're going next. Yeah, but as I was saying, I was a big fan of a lot of different Cartoon Network shows. Like Super Channel's pretty messed up. But Boondocks is definitely my favorite. You know, there's the realistic clarity of looking at racism in America from a much more creative perspective, shall we say. It's always been something very interesting to me. Like I'm a big psychology buff. Love psychology. Love anything that goes around that. Exploring the human mind and logic, psyche, trying to find doing the dumb shit they do. And let me pause that thought. These guys right here up above are going to be going fine. Like hot and around my fine. And I am going to beat the shit out of you with my fire. As you can see, he is doing the clobbering time. So we're going to backtrack a bit. Pop. And he should be in pursuit. Which he can't throw that pot. If we're not careful, he will hit us with that pot. Come on, hit him with the fireball. Thank you. That'll buy us some time. Very careful here, folks. Don't fall off the bridge. I would not tell you how many countless times I hit wrong with that guy. Countless times. And yet I made that look somewhat easy. Now these clowns up here are problematic, because they do that. If those hit those barrels in front of me, that'll be problematic. So, let's see here. I don't have my bow equipped, however, let's see, time to equip that, because I'm pretty confident these idiots won't be able to hit me from here. So let's even be cocky about it and just kind of do one of these numbers for now. And then look through our inventory. Cannot change equipment now, probably because I'm laying down. Can't be a slacker and yet be productive. Got it. The things you discovered, the trivial things in this game. I don't believe I have any bows on me. I do have the great bow, but I don't believe I have a lot of ammo. I have a longbow on me. I used to have a crossbow. Son of a bitch, I must have dumped that. I probably did. If we go back to the last video, I guarantee I did. Alright, we still roll good? Yeah, alright. So, we don't have a lot of arrows. So let's see what we can do here. You go away, son. Oh, we don't like you hitting us. On to the crotch. Okay, I didn't do any damage. I tend to buy arrows simply for this exact purpose. I don't care for these clowns. I don't care for a lot of people in this game that want to give me a hard time. They're also very good for distractions, because if you miss and you even hit something that it can go tink, make a like sound right nearby, you're usually pretty solid. Oof, that's a good hit. I am getting messages galore at the moment. Why? I have no idea. is. It's not this way. Wait, actually, it may be. Maybe just around the corner here. I apologize, there's a click and I got a teeth pick in my teeth right now. That might be where the bonfire is, actually. I'm trying to remember for the life of me, because I know it's in like a little shack. I want to get the bonfire before we move on, because there's a boss fight right up that way. I went the difficult way around the first time, so yeah, let's roll on down here. Is this the only clown? Okay, he's not even worried about us. Let's show him what he did. Bye. Fucking fool. Nope, I know where this is now. Yeah, here it's going. This is near the rats. So we're just gonna wait for those suckers to come. And go. There we go. Pestilence rats. Now Mama should be right around the corner here. I think there's only one Mama. And then we need a key for this door. What's our statement here? Monster ahead. Yeah, it's a good one. It's an obvious one, but it's a good one nonetheless. It is Mama Rat. You just can't see her because of the fog. She has a few babies, and they're not really paying attention. Ooh, I hit Mama instead. Nice. Darn it. Blood bite ring. Okay, we don't need that. I think there's one more over here. Nope. Okay, cleared the two. Alright, and then there's the ladder. Yup. See, I do recall a few things. Alright. Yes, so now we have a clear path to where we're going that way. There's a couple more sections to this area. Like, they did, the Dark Souls people and Havoc and all them, they did a good job of making some expansive areas. Well thought out. I mean, this stuff is beautiful. Where did I get myself at? This is not the bonfire I was looking for, but we'll get this bonfire before I This one here is the dilapidated bridge. So let's go ahead and see here. What do we need? There's an island right heal. Let's get our crossbow since I'm thinking about it. Nice crossbow. Sniper. Crossbow. I want the sniper crossbow. We'll have to upgrade that then. With the current setup, we should be alright. So, the original path that I took, I believe, is up that way, and a giant starts shooting at you. Well, we're going to avoid that crap altogether, because I don't want to deal with that. Now, the rats respawned because I used the bonfire. So we're just going to kind of give them a run for their money, since you can seem to be more fascinated with just running in general. Hop on up here. Hold her down so we move a little bit quicker. Alright. Now there's going to be a few people down this way. Oh, jeez. No. That's basically proper fashion. This may be another death. Bear with me. Myself there, folks. Not appreciate it. Take my horn. Now we can take my horn. Now we can be cocky. rubbish. Well, we don't want that. Unnecessary rubbish. Where is that bonfire? Ah, alright. As you can see, we have some of our, like, big old buddies here, too. With their buckets. I'm gonna show you how the flower big flower pot. So we're gonna have to use different tactics with these fools. Oh, here guys. Throw their stuff at you. Oh, they've got us all now. As you can see, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Pop up our shield. And you don't get hurt. Ow, I got clobbered. Oh. Okay, alright, buddy. Come on over. What are you doing your combos? Pick up a few of my hand. Come on, son. Nice try. I make it look easier. Trust me. I had tons of problems with him the first time running around like a coward. Washing pole makes things so much easier. Alright, let's see if we can catch this clown off guard here. There we go. Hit him. Oh my god. Horrible range. I should know better. Solid hits on him. Okay. Plan A didn't work quite well. See? When you can turn your barrel into a ranged attack. What a dish. Great shield going. As you can see, it has an area effect as well when I heal. So, it's very helpful when you're playing with others. When you're PvEing, I believe it's called. I don't know, those terms elude me. Now we have another couple characters up this way. Yeah. Bloodstain, okay. I thought there was an item I just didn't have to see. Two characters we're gonna run into over here. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a conversation. Okay.
Another one of those unkindled, are you? All you faceless undead, behaving as if you deserve respect. No matter. Heed my words. If you've any sense, you'll go find a coffin to huddle up inside. You, here, in this land of hollows. You're like a frail maiden on the front lines. If, like the others, you're fool enough to play the champion, then go on ahead. Traipse right past the abandoned church. You'll face death. And it won't be pretty. Enough death to leave you broken. Time after time. Yeah. If, like the others, you're fool enough to play the champion, then go on ahead. Traipse right past the abandoned church. Hopeless. The whole lot of you. Like little moths flittering towards a flame. Yeah.
give me a few minutes to work this out, folks. I realize I've been talking without my mic on. Seem to have some connection issues. One moment. Alright folks, I'm back. We're having a little bit of trouble here with the stream, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go back here, and I'm going to go back to the bonfire, and I'll save the game. Well, we can save the game right here, because that's how this game works. We're going to save the game right here, and after this one posts, I'm going to check to make sure it's good, and then we'll continue on. It's a really bad way of doing this, but YouTube has standards, and that's how it's working. So. Oh, okay, so we are good streaming. Good, okay. Wonderful. Alright. Sorry folks, we had some connection issues there, and I believe they have sorted themselves. Good, 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 good. Praise the sun indeed. Now, there is a fella. Pops out. This man's name is Sigurd.
Oh. Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegwart of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow? Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up, and that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... Well, that doesn't get me anywhere.
So as you can hear by our friend Sigurd here.
This lift only goes down. But you know, with a little warming up, eventually... No. I've got to use my head and think.
Now, I will tell you, I don't even need to read that little note on the other side of this lift here. I can tell you, the first time I played this, I had no idea. But watch this. Pay close attention. Pay close attention to this. Bam. When you first walk into the room, that's there like that. This one. So now, we're heading up. This is critical because this brings us up to a giant. We will have a conversation with him.
I help anytime.
Okay.
I
When you
help
play the first time
anytime.
through, this giant stands here with these big types bow here, and he shoots big great arrows down, raining them like hell down in that little section right there, which bonfire we lit is somewhere in that general area there. Okay. So this guy is a complete asshat if you don't bother to come up here and talk to him. Now the first time through I had no idea how to reach him. But that is the simple solution for a simple puzzle that 99% of you will miss the first time through. Myself included. That being said, we're gonna work our way down through here and we'll go right back down. There's not really anything up here that we need. There is items right there, but jump there and what have you. I'm not too concerned. Seaborn friend, however, has went downward. Now, we can go down and proceed into that whole situation if we want as well. But, no thank you. It's not what we need to do to complete this area. We might come back and deal with all that jazz later. Let's have another go here with Apple. I believe that's this guy.
You like poking? How very genteel.
If I really felt like I could beat him up, I would, but let's keep him alive for the time being. Get a backtrack here. Okay, that's rats. Alright. I believe we're in the basic area where we need to be here. Yep. Okay. This is going to lead us to our next boss fight. So we can go ahead and proceed this way. What? No, sorry. That's not good. Thank you. Lots of ember now. We have 86. Sweet. Let's go ahead and drop this. Anyway, let's see here. Give me 1 second. Stupid headphone. There we go. Does not open from the side. Well, shit. That little detail I completely forgot. Well, back to the backtracking. Won't take as much to go where we need to go, folks. I completely forgot it doesn't open from that side. See, that's the benefit of doing it the way I did it the very first time around. You don't worry about small little details like that. Alright, let's dispatch this clown. Uh-oh. No, we're not interested in your pod. Now. We're not interested in your thing. Alright. Is the casual way of looking like a fool. Is he in pursuit? He's not hot in pursuit. In fact, he gave up. What a dick. Alright. Round 2. Let's switch to our axe. I have a lot more faith in my axe. Alright. Fuck your shit. Cool. Alright. Switch. Nope, not done. That's right, they respawn. What am I thinking? That is why I'm careful about what to do. There's the bonfire. Back here we go. Bam. See? Casual mistake, and we have found what we need. So what we're going to do, we're going to travel back to Firelink Shrine. We're going to cash in a few items and do a quick level up. Once we beat this section here and move on to the next one, I will go ahead and introduce some of the new characters. Let's see how many we need for
Welcome home, I speak thine heart's desire. Very well, then take no.
I need 337,000 souls. A little over half.
Farewell,
or a third of a
Ashen
million.
One.
Alright. Let's sell some items. Come back there.
Ashen One.
Ah, 'tis good to what needs smithing.
Let's reinforce our weapons. Just need to roll this down. Ready to snipe for 7. And we're gonna lock this to 10-5 should be fine. Nice.
Pretty be careful.
Safe. Downstairs, but we're not going to attempt to hit just yet. Purchase item. We want the tower key. Go attend to that real quick. We don't need to buy the embers just yet, so we're gonna leave those in the shop. I'm also gonna sell some more items that we don't need. Sell a couple of those. Don't need any raw gems personally. Great sword. Okay. Rapier. No, we can keep a rapier for now. Already have a new katana, so we don't need that. Made the great sword. The cestus, we use the claws. I like the cestus. So, get rid of our little keep that stuff. Keep the Katarina helmets for a reason. Let's see, all 3 right now. We have other armor we should honestly eventually put on, but I haven't really messed with it too much. Kind of roll with the stuff I have. Alright, I think we're good right now.
Ashen One.
A whole lot to sell. We will, however, get our equipment. And we'll drop our axe. Where's our Firelink Great Sword? Puts us a little favor. So we'll drop our washing pole. Our axe back up. Okay. There we go. A little bit heavier for me, personally. And it looks kind of weird with it glitching through the shield, but it's kind of cool to have. We still have plenty of souls we gotta do yet, so let's go about our business. We're gonna travel to a different bonfire, so we have a little bit faster trip to where we need to go. The Dilapidated Bridge. down. Oh, he's having his temper tantrum. Settle down. Denial. Switch back to our shield. Alright. Don't need to go in there. We're headed this way, actually. Go to our next boss fight. And then after this great wood tree boss fight about to enter, I will end this stream and add this to our playlist. Again, this stream is in preparation for October, you know, for Halloween and everything like that, all those dark type of things. I felt more appropriate than Dark Souls itself. So, again, we are, as you can see from this random explosion, it's our giant right here on the top there, where we were. See? Shooting arrows. Now, originally, when I first he would hit us as well. But, because we had a conversation with him, he's no longer aiming at us. So when he sees these fools, he just kind of roll away. Takes care of business for the most part for us. But, get his own net list. Seem like they are coming at me, but they're not. Trust me there. Okay. A little bit of a run and jump here. We'll access this item over here. And we'll go ahead and run and jump back. Be very careful to hug the wall there. Head up this way. I believe there's an enemy up this way. Could be just an item I don't recall completely. There was an item up here, I was pretty sure. It could, yeah, there it is, okay. Ah! And of course, idiot is can't look at things without you because you're going to be distracted. There you go. Get out of here. Fool. Mortician's ashes, that we're gonna need. We hand that over to the shop lady. Might do some research and see all these particular NPCs' names, so we have a little bit more of a context to it. Just double checking what I missed here. Okay. Goals to go up in this building here. There should be a guy. Yep. How about that, buddy? A little late there, giant friend. There is another fool in here that is slightly problematic. Oh, we don't have any health. Or we don't have any MP to go to that. Let's try that again. There we go. Very good. The sword is a bit useful, but it is useful. Now you can get over there with a little bit of a hop. Let's see if I can pull it off here. Whoops. Get the camera adjusted. There we go. Great scythe. I haven't messed with the scythe much here. For playful value, maybe. For funsies, as I call it. That's about it. Alright, let's take it off. Well, let's see how this goes. We might fiddle with this for a minute. Let's go ahead and change our equipment back since we got a little taste of this sword. Where is it? There it is. Jesus. Put our axe here, and then we're going to put her here. We're going to put our hole again. Okay. And the door we were coming up to that we couldn't unlock on this side is right here. See? Literally right around the corner. But I was being stupid about it. Or Tears of Denial recast. Okay. And then I'm gonna pop some MP boost. And we're gonna head into this fight. Now, there are a few followers here that are interesting. But our boss is in the corner there. Now this particular boss fight can be challenging. I don't find it to be all that difficult. But it does have its perks. Kill some number of followers or get close to it, and the actual boss fight will since we got advantage of most of these guys with my washing pull, stay ranged. Come on, who wants to be brave? Who wants to be brave? Okay, next. I come to you, son. Come on, big guy with hammer. Yeah. Yeah. Now, during the first part of this fight, they do tend to respawn. transposing kiln. That item is going to be the item we need here. It is one I briefly spoke about while we were in the Firelink Shrine in the last video. So, that item, my friends, is going to be helpful in part 3. When we get to that War God Shield, bone. This right here is an altar. You can give Vertebrae shackles to become part of their alliance, but we're not going to mess with that. What we are going to do is do this. Air fire. And with that, we're going to end the video. So go ahead and tip my hat to you all with a bow. Thank you for joining me for this video, and I hope you enjoy it, and we will see you in part 3. Stay toasty and frosty, friends. Take care. See ya.